What chance does a privateer have?
Welcome to Supercross.
What do you say to a factory ride?
What is
He's
your
done
best,
both really well.
Yes. What is your best team for the 450s? Let's go. I guess we'll gear back to me. I say it's the Yamaha because I'm a
duh.
weed whacker
How do you say it's the
fan.
best when Tomac's not even going to be top 3?
I say
He's got
we're
Christian
just looking
Craig
at
in
the
there.
team. I'm just saying team-wise, because you got KTM's got Marv Webb, AP. It was kind of between those two for me. It was KTM or Yamaha. I'm a trend follower. Okay. And what is the trend? The trend is you got to be on the Yamaha. What is Tomac doing, Cooksey? He's getting on the Yamaha because it's what is it? What is it? You want to tell me? It's
It's a
the
weed whacker.
best team currently. All right. Cooksey, what's your best team?
Honda, HRC.
Oh,
They are good. I mean, Yamaha, it's hard to deny the reason Yamaha, but I just still feel like HRC is the team. When you walk through the pits, you see that red, white, and blue HRC, and that's a little bit intimidating. So that's kind of why. I mean, they got Rox and Sexton, 2 guys that could easily, with a little bit of luck, be champion at the end of the year. They're both fast. They're both competitive, and they seem to have a lot more guys over there with look like engineers calculating stuff. So that's why I'm going to go with that one. Coach?
Yeah, I'm going to go with KTM. I think when you've got Webb, Plessinger, and Marv, I think if you're looking at adding up manufacturer points, and they've got obviously RD at the top of the helm there, they've got Ian, you've got Carlos with Webb. I mean, who's Plessinger's mechanic? Do you guys know off the top of your head? Because we know Jade. Oh, that's right. Jade is over there now. So I'm sorry. I was thinking about the opposite way of who was with Sexton's mechanic. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, with Jade Dungy going over to Plessinger, you've got Carlos with Webb, you've got Marv. I don't think his mechanic has changed, and they obviously have good chemistry together. Marv is going to be fresher. So if I'm going to look at OEM top points, I'm going to go KTM.
wow. We were actually all 3 different. So
Yep.
that's
Did
a
you guys
first.
think I was going to go Rocky Mountain KTM and Forrest Butler?
Absolutely. I thought for sure that was what was coming out. Well,
No.
and you know what's interesting? Speaking of that team, I think we need to switch the name because isn't that going to become Mark McKenzie's team?
I don't know. Well, the interview,
We're told he's an investor, but that investor sure has had a lot of weight in the decisions and changes of that team.
Well, when you actually cut checks, you probably can.
So it just makes you wonder. I mean, yes,
He
we're
holds the
gonna
money,
have-
makes the rules.
That's right. And I think when we look at historically, sure. I mean, we all remember it as the original Butler Brothers Racing. Now you look at it with Mark investing in there. We knew Max was coming because he and Mark are tight to begin with. They've got Joey and they've got Shane. And if they're getting the KTM parts the way, we know they are. I think what's going to be an interesting twist was that this particular team has chosen to pull some of their R&D indoors, in-house. Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, who they're using is obviously very reputable and has, good track record, but a lot of changes. That's why I was saying earlier, I had to choose Ferrandis at the top because if I look at all of the shakeups and changes and adjustments, Ferrandis has got the most. Probably this KTM team, I can't ever remember, there's 37 sponsors in their title.
You think they can pay their riders?
I think with Mark there, it's not going to be an issue. And I think that's why they were able to get Joey to stay. Don't know where Joey would have gone otherwise. I think that was why Shane was able to come out of retirement. I'm not going to say he had officially said he was retired, but I think Shane would not race for free and wouldn't run that risk of not getting paid.
Yeah.
I think with Mark coming in has seriously bred a lot of life into that team to the point that they've pulled some things inside. They've got Seth over there. I don't know much about Seth as a trainer. I don't even know what his background is, but the backbone of their training program has always been Burner. Burner's now with Webb. They're all training at that compound together. So this particular KTM team has a lot of changes this year with some very solid riders with Joey, Max, and Shane.
Yeah. Small digression before we just briefly talk about the 250s. What do you guys think Hill's going to do? Justin, if he's going to be just pure privateer effort. And then do we know, is Baggett, is he thinking of coming back, or is he just done?
Done,
far
done,
as I-
done.
Yeah.
Done, done, done.
Yeah, which is
I mean,
sad.
he's so jaded with the sport, and can you blame him? I mean,
No,
and
no.
no disrespect, we were talking about the passing of time so quickly. Look at the rosters. You got Sexton and Roxton. Excuse me, Sexton and Roxon. If there's a change at Honda, it's Jet goes to Roxon's position. You've got AC and Anderson, 2 years on both of theirs. Webb,
And then you got
Plessinger,
all
and
these
yeah,
250
and you've
guys
got
coming up.
Webb, Plessinger, and Marv, Yamaha, Ferrandis, Tomac, Christian, Malcolm, and Dean, Barsha at Gas. Where would he go if he did come back?
Well, and
Back
what sucks is that facility that he spent years and years building out there on his property. He didn't really like. I bet he wishes he had that shit 10 years ago, as opposed to now. Because he just briefly got to use it.
Yep.
That's sad. Hill, do you guys think that he is going to be top 10? If don't,
No.
Cooksey?
He could. He's going to, what you're going to see with him is you're going to see him pop up on the timed qualifying up there in the top 5, and everyone's going to get excited. And he's going to have some heat race runs where he's up near the front, might even get a heat race win.
Ooh, that's saying a lot. That's
Justin Hill.
He's a good
so
starter.
much talent.
He's
So
a good
much
starter.
talent.
No, he is. I'm surprised that he doesn't have a big team behind him.
Yeah,
Well,
but would you invest in him based on the track record of he shows up, doesn't show up, shows up, doesn't show up? I wouldn't.
Man,
No way in
I
hell
mean-
would I spend $1 on him. Great guy, like Chris is saying, talent, but it's too much. You don't know who's going to show up.
maybe there just needs to be some direction in his program. Because
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it though. As soon as there gets to be a little bit of structure, it's that laissez-faire attitude. I'm going to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Because what I was going to ask Johnny is, if you're asking, can he do well? Absolutely. Will he do well? We don't know. We don't know who's going to show up. I know we've used that illustration a lot, which is
Do you
kind of
think
one of
he's
the
going
things
to
that
qualify every Supercross?
I wouldn't say every, but I think he'll get the lion's share for sure.
I say he's at least going to be in the main event for
The majority.
I would be shocked if he DNQs without a crash or bike failure.
What
right.
team is he on? Like what equipment?
PRMX, the Kawasaki PRMX. Is that what it is?
Who does their motors? Do you know?
I don't
if
know.
it's Twisted Development, he's got
think
what
it
takes.
might be, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that one.
Well, and that's the big thing is what kind of equipment is he on? Because if you put him in a typical LCQ, which again, looking at this 450 class, we are going to see some of these top dudes are going to be stuck in an LCQ just on sheer numbers. You have 15 factory guys. There's only 20 spots on the main event. You're going to have guys in the LCQ, whether we like it or not.
Yeah,
Well,
that's honestly just putting it in numbers right there. You got 15 factory guys. This might be the year that we have the most factory guys.
Well, and think about it. We're sitting here on December 19th, and we have no 450 guys that are out. The only person that's been hurt is Jet Reynolds. Everybody else up to the 19th is healthy. There's been a long time since we've had that.
Well, and then you still got, Vince Freezy, who's going to be in there. You got Brandon Hartraft.
Is
What?
Vince doing?
Oh, that's right. Never
Vince
mind.
doing
Sorry,
250.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. But
No,
yeah.
that's good. Correct me.
But you've got Bogle,
So-
Hartraft, and Entenkamp.
What is? I haven't looked at the rule book in. It's been a minute. I'll probably will.
It doesn't
It's
matter,
been
Johnny.
since,
It gets changed on an
yeah,
as needed
it's-
basis.
Their guidelines. Okay, so you have to mark out of the 250 class pure points. There's no point rule to drop down to 250s. Correct.
There's no, well, that's the thing is Vince was too high. If you're top 20 in the 450s, you weren't supposed to be able to go back down. But since their guidelines, they'll let Vince go back down.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess if you're looking at it, it's like, hey, he's going to make less money. So potentially as far as purse goes. But okay, semantic. We could get into all
I was going to say
250
80% of his money comes from MCR and
Yeah.
the team owner anyway. So
Yeah, but here's what frustrates me is I wish that Club MX would let Nicoletti go race a 450 just so he and Vince could go at it. I would pay money to see that. I would pay money to watch that. So I mean, Alex Martin will do, he'll be fun to watch on a 450, but I think Nicoletti with Vince, that would be the show to watch.
Well, they're both on 250s though, right? They should be able to do that. No,
Martin's on a 450.
no.
Alex is on a
Nicoletti.
450.
Oh, you wanna see
Nicoletti's on 250 Supercross, 450 outdoors.
Well, yeah. So we'll see Nicoletti and Freezy.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We were talking about 450s. I was on the wrong thread of thought. My bad.
We moved it.
My bad. No, that will be good. That's going to be my
I hope they're on the
show
same
that I'm going to
coast.
watch. Oh gosh, I hope so.
Full podcast will be uploaded to my YouTube channel in the next couple of days. But if you want to hear the full audio recording, head over to Cooksey and the Coach, where you get your podcast, also in the description.